Hello, my name is Cedric, and along with my beautiful wife, Connie, we'll be hosting my brand new podcast, That's What I Said. I'm a retired Navy veteran that suffers from PTSD and anxiety, and we'll discuss how I cope with the mental illness through comedy and discussion. It's a podcast that will talk about everything from cryptocurrency to comedy. If we're worrying about the dollar going up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's still a dollar, guess what? The value of that means absolutely nothing. Cryptocurrency in itself is the future of money. From spirituality to cannabis. To have cannabis on the Schedule 1 list is bullshit. I'm sorry, it is. It makes absolutely no sense. If it's a seed that can be planted and it has healing properties in it, why the hell is it in Schedule 1? Last time I checked, cocaine don't have healing property in it. From interracial relationships, I don't have a problem with people talking about interracial relationships. People try to talk bad about my interracial relationship just to think that they can get under my skin. I mean, really, it don't bother me. I mean, let's not make, call a spade a spade. But if you have a problem with someone that's in love, it shouldn't matter the race of the person. It's mental illness in our community. The problem is people want to put labels on it. Everybody wants to put color on everything. And as soon as you put color on it, it gets treated differently. The money gets treated funny. Because if it's dealing with Asians, guess what? It's going to take a longer process unless those leaders step up and get into the president's face or U.S. leaders' face and say, this is a problem in our community. Not leaving one topic unturned. If you want to hear real, authentic conversation, interviews, and comedy, please take time to listen to That's What I Said, because I said what I said.
Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. Listen to That's What I Said. Available on your favorite podcast platform.
That's What He Said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filters. This broadcast starts now.
What's good? We are back live on Tuesday. Thanks for tapping in and tuning in with us. That's What I Said. We are live and direct from Studio B, as always.
Yes, sir. What's good?
What's good, sis? We see you.
Oh, yeah, we see you, sis. What's good?
Thanks for tapping in, as always. Showing love and support.
Hey, I'm telling y'all right now, doing this video, I don't want nobody talking shit about me either. Y'all getting some of my monitor. This is the best production you gonna get. You getting some of this monitor tonight. I'm just throwing that shit out there. I ain't trying to be all wholesome. I'm just being real. Y'all getting some of this tonight. Anyway, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, sis. I really do. And appreciate everybody that taking time to like the page, liking the video, listening to the podcast. Peace was good. What's good, Angela?
What's good,
and
fam?
I think, having people listen to the podcast outside of Facebook or YouTube and everything is, what is gaining traction, and I can appreciate it. So I'm saying it. And some of the people that, listen to the podcast don't even look at the Facebook or the YouTube. They just organically, listen to the podcast. And then I have people that actually, see the video and then they'll go back and listen to it or whatever the case may be. But I appreciate everybody's, time that they take to even just, spend time with me and Connie when we ain't doing shit, just talking, just, I mean, with our way of, putting stuff out. But tonight's topic is kind of just one of those ones I just pulled out of the hat. Unhealed people's safe space is different. Period. That's the post.
That's the quote.
That's
it.
That's the topic. That's it. Because we're gonna get into that. Let me do my thing that I normally do. Our little brief commercial in the beginning. Make sure y'all follow us on all social media. That's what I said.com. That's what I said on YouTube. That's what I said on Facebook. That's what I said on Instagram. And that's what I said 25 on Twitter. It's there. It's available. Follow me. Take the time to share it with people. I've been trying to limit my swear words because I understand certain topics is not just for the adult. Sometimes that that young whippersnapper need to get some of this Get some of this work. Yeah. So
there's no other way to say it. Just come get this work.
Right. So it's imperative that I have to be able to juggle the two. I'm not going to change who I am because shit, at the end of the day, I was in the Navy for 20 years.
Yeah.
And
that's who we are.
That's just what it is, and I can't use that as the acceptance speech as to why, but at the end of the day, everybody has their choice of how they communicate and everybody has their way of communicating. And I don't tell people they should change unless I know for a fact I'm a great communicator and I'm not understanding how you're communicating. And it's so hard for you to communicate when really all communication is 95% listening, 5% talking. That's all communication is. Why do people fuck that up?
I can't truly answer.
I can't either. I mean, I think it goes beyond even like expectations. Some people
might be comprehension.
That's possible. I mean, that's a big possibility. I mean, some people's comprehension as far as how someone talks or how someone communicates and everything else could just be, a backfire thing. It could be just like, I ain't reading you, but I think you said this. So instead of them, asking
the
a question.
electrons are not firing.
Right. Exactly. They want to talk more than listen. And it's like, have you ever just like sat down and listened to somebody? And if somebody wants to make sure that you said what you said, they repeat back what you said to make sure it's what you said. And some people are like, are you just being an asshole? No, that's just some people that's just how they communicate. Yeah. They want to make sure they are reading you right. And exactly. It's like, or they'll listen to the reply, but not truly listen. Exactly. It's like, and the reason why I'm saying that communication, this is one of the things that, in my opinion, y'all know this is my opinion. Unhealed people have this problem with communication. They only want to be heard. They don't never want to listen to nobody else. They just want to be heard. They talk over you in a conversation. You call to check on them, and it's like they ask you about how your day was or how you've been doing. And as soon as you start saying something, they want to start interjecting with what they going through or something they went through. That's people that's unhealed. They want to be heard. They just want somebody to hear what the fuck is going on with them. First off, I'm a friend, not a doctor, because you need to take pills. You need to take something that's going to calm your ass down, because for every conversation that people want to have with you, they're not even conversating. They moving their lips because you ain't heard shit. You just want to have an audience. Exactly. And it's always about them playing victim, or it's what somebody else did to them. Exactly. It's exactly what that is. It's taking the focus off of them to ensure that you have some type of sympathy for them, or you have some type of, they want everybody to feel sorry for them. So it's a battle of dumb shit. It really is. It's a battle of trying to get somebody to hear you, all the while never being heard to help. Got an eyelash?
I do.
Must have a bug farted in your face?
No, the eyelash decided it wanted to go in my eyeball.
Absolutely. And then at the end, you're the one drain. They don't want to. They don't want to own their shit or be accountable. Absolutely, that's exactly what it is. And it's funny because the second part of that, their communication is accountability. They don't want to be held accountable, and because they're not being accountable for anything that they're doing. They make excuses for everything. Well, why did they do this to me? Because if they didn't do this to me, I wouldn't have done what I did.
Bitch, what?
Sorry. I'm an asshole sometimes, but that's the truth.
The producer had to get some extras in.
Well, I'm okay. So everything is kind of like, it's hard as the owner and proprietor of That's What I Said LLC, and in that ownership, you working on the budget that you have.
Right.
And
hence we're in Studio B.
Yes, my desk is over here. You can't see it because the computer screen is over here, while the camera and everything else is over there. The space is not big, but for camera angles, whatnot, this is how it's going to be, because eventually I'm going to have another camera set up to where I'm going to be behind the computer.
And I'm going to be behind the computer.
And she's going to be behind the computer. Yay. We're both going to have backdrops. But it's just easier if I'm in front of my computer, because I can do the production side, and it's easier if she can sit in front of the computer because she can multitask as well as pay attention to the comments. Right. So you're getting this because we want to give you this, and this is something we've been wanting to do. But the more comfort that we have within the production of our podcast, it's going to be one camera on me, one camera on her. Now, will we eventually go to a intimate setting where we're actually sitting back? Yes. Once I get a producer that can produce my podcast. But this is it, y'all. This is who you get.
Right.
The host and producer, sole proprietor, and his wife, the co-host. Yeah. So accountability was the next one. Accountability is something that I think is a foreign language to people that want to be responsible. And the reason why I say that is because in order for you to take accountability for the shit you did, you got to take responsibility for it. And if you can't take responsibility for it, all you're doing is exactly what Lisa was saying. You're blaming everybody else. And I appreciate you saying that. I really do, because this has been a work in progress for 3-4 years, and I still ain't got the shit right. But yeah, I do. I mean, I do. It's just, being consistent is the key. When you get more consistent, you get more comfortable. And y'all can tell I'm comfortable because I had no problem leaving the damn camera scene to go do some production and come back. I don't give a shit. Y'all can judge me if you want to. Judge your mammy, not me. But
this guy.
So I think I have to say this, because the comfort level that an unhealed person has is offloading all their problems on one said person. And then when it gets bad, when people are like, for lack of better words, when people are talking shit about this person or saying they full of crap or whatever the case may be, this person's defense mechanism is to hurt everybody. Because in that person's mind is, I don't need you, I will replace you. And I think people don't realize this. People do this in relationships. Unhealed people will get in a relationship and blame the person that they with when the person had nothing to do with what the fuck is bothering them. It's like, if you take the time to heal, you will have a better relationship, not just with yourself, but with the person that actually takes the time to love the shit out of you because of who you are. And I just got a text message from Thread Beast. I feel like I'm getting stalked. They said they're thinking about me. I love Thread Beast. I don't care if I get a sponsorship with them. I'll jump up and down. But I had to realize this from experience. Y'all know this. Most of all these conversations, if not all these conversations, are experience based off of my life. Something I've dealt with and how I had to deal with it. And no, I'm not the master teacher, and I don't feel like, it's what I say and what I say goes. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I'm okay talking about it and sharing with people because I don't like to see unhealed people not heal themselves. At the end of the day, to me, it's a mental health issue when someone likes to just be around knowing that they're not healed, knowing they have to deal with something, yet they're not dealing with it. And they're making excuses.
And it's also providing the people information, in your experience that you've gone through, allowing them to hear it. And it might be something that happened to them, a very similar situation, to where they're listening to what you've done and how you repaired or fixed or what have you. And then you're in turn providing them the feedback and or information they need to help themselves.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think too, it goes without saying that something that Lisa said just kind of sparked this in my head. And I said this too, that this involves relationships. When you're in a relationship, 9 chances out of 10, you are dealing with someone that's had a few relationships, no relationships, or a whole lot of relationships.
Yeah. There's not like...
There's no middle ground.
Yeah, but the spectrum is broad on that.
And it's not like some of these countries where you get married at a certain age and, your parents choose your partner. We're not in those archaic kind of ways. And to be honest with you, I can't say archaic. I think it's more so, that's just tradition of how families were. Mm-hmm. They wanted to make sure wealth stayed within the family. In order for wealth to stay in the family, they had to make sure that the predecessor has a wife that's going to be able to help him build and continue the kingdom that they have. Now, if we lived like that and had that mindset, I think financially we wouldn't be in the situations that we are, but that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
The problem I think that still arises in what I was getting ready to say, and something that Lisa said, was it's like you're an option. When you're in a relationship and a person, you with somebody that's unhealed, you're an option. They're settling for you. They're settling for you because of the sheer fact that nobody else wants them. You may not even be this person's type. You may not necessarily have a complete understanding of who this person is. You may not necessarily, you're not even compatible with this person.
You just said something.
What?
You just said something. You just said that you may not have a complete understanding of who this person is. Wow.
Well, I mean, it's the truth. How can you possibly know who this person is when you don't even know who the fuck you are because you unhealed? You're a fragment of the person that you used to be because you got hurt, and you carry your pain with you. And if you carry your pain with you, guess what? You distribute it through everybody in your life, including the person that you selected because you're settling down with this person. You're settling for this person. You don't even really know if you absolutely like this person. You just like the fact that this person's giving you enough attention to where now you can hide behind the love that this person's giving you so you don't have to deal with your bullshit ass, whatever you're dealing with. That is what people are dealing with in relationships. Nobody wants to talk about that shit. All people want to talk about is, oh, how old are you? What's your sign? Where'd you grow up at? Do you have a college degree? How much money do you have? Do you own a business? How much money is in your bank account? Do you invest? Bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up, we got people in middle class having real world problems worse than what the hell you got to deal with.
Yeah, and the crazy part is that they're asking these questions on the first interaction. First. There's no true getting to know the individual and getting to those questions. No. That's the first date that these people are doing this stuff.
The first date?
The first date, first interactions, first text messages and all that stuff. They asking about how much is in your bank account. Huh?
Well, the thing is that not every relationship is like that. I was just saying there was a whole bunch of stuff that happened and a conglomerate of different people's ideas of a relationship. But when hurt people, everybody has that saying, hurt people, right? Well,
absolutely.
And I love the comment. I love what you're saying, Lisa, because she needs to just be sitting right here anyway. I think that it goes without saying. Sometimes people that have been hurt or that are unhealed, they tend to do things to protect themselves because of judgment. They tend to do things to protect themselves because not knowing something or how to do something, to them it's embarrassing. And someone that I believe that needs that jolt, that push, that, okay, I get it, was me. It's like I was a very confident person up until the whole, situation. And it's like it makes you aware, because I said this before, you're always hyper aware of stuff, or hyper vigilant. You're hyper aware, over aware. It's like I came into this realization of a lot of spiritual shit that I don't even really kind of talk about, because in all reality, it's a lot of fluff. And I just say that I love the gifts that I have, but I also hate the gifts that I have because it's good people that I think can be good people that eat ass with a baby spoon. And it's not even like me misjudging them. It's like I see you for the person you could be, but because you choose to be fucked up, this is your representation. A balled up piece of paper in your pocket. That's the representation of you. Not a fine line piece of paper that you can write down and do things. It's the reality of your balled up piece of paper. You haven't even written your story yet, or the story you've written, you don't even want to talk about it because that's not you no more.
Yeah.
And the sad reality is that we have people like this in our lives all day long, all day, every day. Yet everything we can do to try to help them, it's like a slap in the face. And it makes you it gets you to the point where it's like, I don't want to be friends with no fucking body. Because in some form or fashion, you start to think that every new person that you meet only wants you because of, and something that Lisa said. Ain't this see? we're gonna have to talk about this shit. She was saying that she said unhealed people or unhealed individuals have so many walls up. You're not even going to get the real person. Absolutely. And peace and love to Mama Millie. Everybody that's looking at the or listening to it on Facebook, on YouTube, I appreciate it. And the thing that Lisa said, let me check the comments real quick to make sure. I'm a make sure I quote it correctly because I don't want to misquote it. People are feeding off your energy because the only one that was there for them is you. And they end up shitting on those people. You're supposed to be their safe space. You're supposed to be that wall that they can run into, and you're right there to pick them back up and talk to them and say everything's okay. Who, we know how that shit goes. Like a fart in church and all the pews stink. Take this time to do my sponsor message.
Sir?
That's the silence of no sponsor, nigga.
I'm like, wait, what?
No, we have a sponsor, and they did my graphics, my logos, everything that you see. That's what I said was created by my guy Nick Bateman. If you want logos, you want anything that you're trying to create, hit me up in the DM. I'll give you his phone number. The dude's great. His team is awesome. Oh, peace and love to my brother Sensei 9 in the building.
What's up, bro?
He did a Facebook Live today too. Y'all need to watch that shit.
Hey, my Millie.
I know the faces she be making behind my back is ridiculous. So,
it's not behind his back.
It's really not. I mean, I know what the hell she's doing because she does it all the time. But recap.
Y'all know I am not a camera person.
Well, you're gonna have to learn how to be, being the fact that we on camera. So a recap real quick. You know, we were talking about unhealed people's safe space is different. And lastly, what I wanted to say was that people have this innate ability to lean in the direction of someone that is in tune with themselves and the universe, or their lifestyle of understanding spirituality. And they tend to lean on people that have the strength, not just for, what they're doing, but the numbers. It's like they are shopping for other people's validation with the other people that have validated you. So say you have 2,000 followers.
Yeah, I was just gonna say let's break that
so
down.
Let's say you got 2,000 followers, and the person that you barely talk to them. When you talk to them, you're always there to help them, that type of shit. Yet they tend to always make sure they comment something that's gonna grab the attention of your people and you
immediately
to get a response.
Because they waiting on it.
This is that toxic shit that I was getting ready to get into. I like talking about toxic shit last because this is when the comedy goes into it. And y'all know the smooth transition to when I'm stop talking about the topic and we just go left and start talking about other shit. This is that crossroads, okay? The exit is ahead, just so y'all know. The exit is ahead. We are about to hit the exit and we're going to be off topic and straight left. Absolutely. Attention seekers. And it takes so much out of people to just look to say, damn, now it's starting to reflect on you because now your followers are looking like, damn, you got all this drama on your page?
Right.
When you'd have worked hard to try to create all this. And no, it's not about that. It's an example. Just follow with me, please. You've done the work. You've done everything that you wanted to do. And now you have people that believe in you and follow you and continue to share the work that you do. But you always got that one egghead motherfucker that likes to sit there and just want all the attention. I know this person. I love this person. This person to do whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Girl, I know this girl. She always doing her live. She always responding to my comments and blah, blah, blah. Y'all ever took the opportunity to realize that y'all probably some fucking stalkers? Like that ass. I mean, have y'all really just taken the time to just eyeball the idea that it's possible that you could be a fucking stalker?
As Big Bro says, Sensei 9 said, energy vampire.
Oh yeah, they sucking the life force out your ass. Through your ass. Your ass.
Just totally debilitating you to absolutely nothing.
And this is the sad part. Women have dealt with this for so many years that as a collective, it's almost normalized. Whereas men are beginning to normalize it because they're lazy pieces of shit. If y'all don't like me after this podcast, I really don't care. I call a spade, but it's the truth. Nobody wants to have the conversation that needs to be had because y'all want that attention. And then when somebody actually pours into you and wants to help you heal, and it's not even just for a courtesy, it's just like, no, we can't suffer like this. Then that's when you want to start attacking people and you're like, oh, you don't know about me and blah, blah, blah. Now you're the hardest motherfucker on the planet. It's like, once you sit your crusty ass down, it's like you the one that needs to be made an example of. And it's not even just for the sake of beating the fuck out of you. It's for the sake of you just sitting the fuck down and actually doing one thing that you don't do. What I talked about before in communication. Listen. Try shutting the fuck up. Try listening when someone is pouring into you to try to help you. And this goes out to all the unhealed people still today that I know for a fact is still unhealed because don't nobody react to your Facebook comments. You eat ass. With a baby spoon.
Yeah. Lisa, you're right. They feel exposed.
You eat ass with a baby spoon.
So they lash out. They feel judged. So their first thing they're going to do is lash back out because they're feeling judged on what they said or not said.
Well, and that's the funny thing. That whole situation, it turns into something worse because what ends up happening is, okay, this person does, a reply on your post. And then a couple of people react to it. And then somebody makes a comment on there. Like, damn, somebody's hurt. And then the first thing that comes back is, bitch, you don't know me. And then what happens? The person that owns the post, say it was my post. Now I got to get in there and make a decision. Do I block or do I say, hey, we don't do all that? Right. Y'all know me. I'm real. I'm blocking your ass. They don't need to be a conversation. We ain't friends anyway. You say we family, but really family don't do that shit. Y'all know me.
Right.
Y'all know me. If somebody, and this is not even just being a big brother. This is just observing the situation. If say Sensei, exactly. Weak ass, ego sensitive ass people. Exactly. Say Sensei does a post and somebody gets in there and clearly just disrespected him or whatever. It's not my job to go in there and be like, hey, bitch, what the fuck is your problem, bro?
Right.
And be all super protective. No, my job is to observe and be like, hey, bro, I know you did that post and you might be busy, but have you seen what certain people are saying? Like, and it's not just one person. It's like about 4 or 5 of them now. They got a whole group going on now.
Yeah.
And this is going to turn into a viral thing if you don't interact. Just going to throw that out there. Not suggesting anything, but my observation, that's going to get messy real quick. He got 1 or 2 things. Exactly.
I'm so dead.
When that fuck around and find out happens,
right?
It's a completely different story. Exactly. And I think a lot of times it's not an attack. Like I said before, I think it's a mental health issue when unhealed people choose to stay unhealed. and I've talked about this years ago, and one of the things that I said was the detachment of the reason why you're unhealed is what needs to be, the precedence of everything that goes on in your life. Because once you solidify the reason why you are the way you are, then you can start healing. Because the reality is I guarantee you that person's still living. I guarantee you that person is still operating in the energy that they was operating in then. And even if they change, they ain't coming back to tell you sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
And even if things are not in that dynamic and it's just an experience you had, and that happens with a lot of us. We have a bad experience and we go through this time period of accepting it in our terms.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you deal with mental illness, and I can only speak from my experience, you go to what you think feels good. Alcohol, drugs,
yep.
Spending money you ain't got.
Two things, worst things you can do.
Right.
When you have mental health issues is go to alcohol and go to drugs.
Yep.
Two worst things you can do.
And alcohol is a natural depressant. People don't realize that. However, people react differently when they drink alcohol when the setting is positive for them. When the setting is not in that situation and you're just in your thoughts, alcohol will do a totally different number on you.
Right.
So people need to, I think, understand and respect the fact that we don't really know what some of the people that are around us that's unhealed, especially people we know that are unhealed. And we possibly could help them or do something about it, but we're not doctors. We're not, clinically, in a situation to do some shit like that, because that's the mindset that they have. But to be a friend, you can gradually get into that conversation where this person is more comfortable enough to talk to you about it. But you got to put them in their place and stand responsible and say, look, I'm going to hold you accountable for all this shit you told me, just so you know. Because you want me to be your friend, I'm going to be your friend. But don't just tell me this shit because you want a fucking attention. And at the end of the day, when I start holding you accountable, you start mouthing off and shit. This is that internet shit. This is the shit you safe with. I pulled the fuck up. My pull-up game is strong. I got frequent flyer miles on Delta and American Airlines. And if you want to get serious, I got them on fucking United. Don't get it twisted, because I will unite an ass whooping for the ages if it needs to come to that.
Look,
but real talk,
many times the pull-up game was get your shoes. We out.
That was my shit.
Yep.
We still have to do the work. Absolutely. And I had a saying about 2-3 years ago. Kind of get my shoes. Yep. I was not playing. I will pull up. I don't have no problem pulling up. Had that same energy, bro. I done sat here and sacrificed this. I done did this for you. I didn't have people do shit for you. I didn't have people do blah, 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 blah. And this is how you treat me?
Right.
Nah. I'm too old for that shit now. I mean, it's got to the point now where I just leave you the fuck alone. Like, I don't have the time or the energy to deal with someone that's just okay with staying unhealed and just being toxic. And okay with being toxic. And it's like, even for myself, when I was dealing with all the shit I was dealing with, I had to come to terms with myself. When I met Connie, I was having to come to terms with myself. Period. And it's like, I had to be honest with what I was doing.
Yeah, because I had no idea. Like, the Ced I met and knew 20 years ago, before he and I even thought about getting into a relationship, is a total different Ced. I'm going to tell you that off rip.
Oh, yeah. That's a fact.
Ced is a very different person now from the person I met. And I had to leave all that chapter of where we met, and get to know the new Ced, because so many things happened to him that make him who he is today. Right. So like I said, I had to leave all that in the past and let him reintroduce himself.
That's a fact. That's a fact, Lisa. And she said something. She was like, if we don't think we toxic, we won't see the need to heal. And that's a true statement. Most people that are toxic, they will never see a need to heal. And a lot of the reason why they won't heal is because they're comfortable and just thinking that being the, just mean person or whatever, they feel like they're above everybody else. And you got to put an appointment in to fucking talk to them on the phone. Bitch, I can blast the fuck out of you if I really wanted to, because I know for a fact you got a T-Mobile phone that somebody else paid for. I know you living in an apartment and it ain't probably yours. And the reason why I think it's not yours, you ain't got no job. When the fuck did Section 8 just start giving away fucking apartments and saying, hey, you can live here? Yeah, you got cable and internet.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Anyway, let me stop that shit before I go off on a tangent and start talking about some shit I don't need to talk about, or a person that I don't need to talk about. No, they ain't getting no celebrity status, not on my podcast. And I was gonna say something else, but they probably do it, so I ain't gonna say that. I think in the safe space of not being an asshole, I can say this. In understanding what a safe space is for someone that's unhealed, that safe space, 9 chances out of 10 is you. And the reason why I say that is because being a good person isn't hard. Being an asshole isn't hard. Being an unhealed person, that shit takes work. To come from an unhealed space to be in the space that you desire to be in, that takes work. So it's like you're working backwards when you decide to stay unhealed. You're working backwards because you're doing everything to cover that shit up. Opposed to someone that is healed from that, work has to be involved. Your circle has to change. You have to put yourself in a better, and you have to put yourself, I think, available to people that you can vibe with and will understand and love you because of who you are. Not because of what you represent or who you present yourself as, who you really are. Because when you actually are someone that loves people, genuinely loves people, you don't never want bad shit to happen to them. Yep. Even when people do shit bad to you, you don't want bad shit to happen to them. But at the same time, it goes back to that saying that a lot of people say and don't really know the meaning of it. You'll need me before I need you. Yeah. Like, you'll need me long before I need you. And if I can tell you this shit, like, being honest right now, there's a lot of people that I stopped talking to that have just recently gotten back in contact with me because they felt they needed to make shit right, or to just have the conversation to make shit right. Maybe because they lost a lot of shit and they didn't protect it or respect it. They never gave a fuck about it. Now, why the fuck would I want you back in my fucking life? You toxically fucked up your own situation to think that now is a good idea to come back to somebody that was there for you when they knew you was toxic. And then you put the shit on them and you expect them to want you back. Bitch, you better watch Golden Bachelor and shut the fuck up. Bitch, you better turn on ABC and watch the Golden Bachelor. Because that's where ABC is with it now. They got done with these young motherfuckers and said, nope, we want somebody that's about to die. Get his ass up here. Oh, millionaire Ted got the nice $16 million house.
I'm so done with you right now.
Motherfucker walks slower than dog shit. Just out there. Just. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trying to do that Jedi mind trick shit. No, you can't flip me. No. But you can go watch fucking Golden Bachelor, though. And flip them if you want to. I guess you're going to get a good damn reality check. I want to see the women on there. Them old ass women. It's going to be some young ones, too, I'm sure. Golden Bachelor, it's going to be some young ones. It's going to be some 20, 30-year-old women. We don't know his speed.
I can't do it.
I think I'm lying. Turn on ABC and wait until the Golden Bachelor commercial come on.
Yeah.
You gonna swear?
We caught it the other day.
We caught it the other. We caught it like was it last night?
the
What the fuck? Oh hell no! Turn this shit off. No, it was Saturday because we was watching college football.
Right.
But anyway, what else has been going on? Got a damn hurricane out there.
Oh, it did turn into one?
What you mean it did turn into one? It's been a hurricane.
Well, I mean, like
No, it ain't no like. It's been a hurricane.
a bigger hurricane than what it was.
It was a hurricane when we was on here last week. It's category 3.
Oh.
They think it might hit New England.
Oh. Well.
One model says this. One model, other model says this. So all my peeps up there on the East Coast, up there in New England, Maine, even New York, y'all be paying attention to the news. Connecticut, all them places up there. This
Yeah.
pay attention. Pay attention.
Nova Scotia. All those places.
Yeah, Canada. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love what Sensei said. That's why people got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Motherfuckers just need to listen. But I don't know, y'all. I've gotten into this position in my life where I care a lot about people. I just don't care about their bullshit. And I have like completely deleted people because of their bullshit. And then they want to reach out to me because they had a good thing going. They had somebody that didn't judge them and didn't talk to them. And then as soon as they did some fuck shit, I deleted their ass. Now all of a sudden they reaching back out. Hey, man, I ain't heard from you. Why? It's because I deleted you. What the fuck do you want? Some money? Like, what do you want? It ain't never a conversation. It's always when you want some fucking money. That's when you want to be like, hey, bro, what's going on? Hey, can I get $5? People, man, I swear to God, there's a difference when you have people that are in your life and you know they in your life.
Yeah, because they genuinely give a shit about you.
And they absolutely need something.
Right.
People already know I'm going to be there no matter what.
Yep.
But then it's them one motherfuckers that just, they see you post something or you a friend of another friend and they want to send you a request because you vibing with them or whatever. And you're like, okay, I'll add you, blah, blah, blah. And then next thing you know, this motherfucker DMing you. Like, bro, I don't know you.
Yeah. On some fuck shit.
I don't know you. And they want to play the sympathy card. Man, I'm dealing with this, man. And I got to go do this, you know. Woo, woo, woo. You know, you think you can spare, bro? Get the fuck out my email. This is, or my DM. This is not Jerry Lewis Telethon. Call now for your donation. No, this is not what that fucking shit is, bro. This is not the Labor Day telethon. We are not having a goal to try to reach $10,000 so you can call to try to get a piece of that. No, bro. Shit. It's like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. But on to other shit. It's week 1 in the NFL. Everybody knows I'm a Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that Patrick Mahomes has lumberjacks as wide receivers. They had 2x4s in their hands instead of fucking gloves.
They was batting that shit
Them motherfuckers was batting the ball down. It's like, damn, nobody catching this shit. I can't. The fuck? Why are you playing? And can somebody please talk to someone that does work at the New York Giants football field?
Why? What happened?
I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck you lose 40-0. 40-0 now. I'm still trying to figure. Why you bullshitting? I'm trying to figure out the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Joe Burrow. Swear to God, they swear he better than Patrick Mahomes. Swear he better. Motherfucker threw for 32 yards in the first 2 quarters. Bro, who are you? Who are you? Josh Allen? Josh Allen has the most turnovers for any quarterback in the NFL. 82 interceptions. Who are you? We can beat the Chiefs and blah, blah, blah. Bruh, you not even playing football. You playing categories or some shit. The fuck?
Scrabble.
You play, yeah.
He got those little wooden pieces.
You playing Scrabble and you doing
maybe
turning the letters upside down. What? Bruh. Oh. The other team that surprised the hell out of where's that? Let me pull it up. The other team that was surprising to me was Cleveland. Cleveland beat the brakes off the Bengals. That's who they were playing. The Bengals scored 3 lousy ass points. If I could show you Joe Burrow's face, he look like a loose condom right now. Like the condom don't fit. He look loose. Joe Burrow in 4 quarters, 14 for 31. He had 31 attempts, completed 14. That's a 45%, right? His longest pass was 12 yards. He threw for 82. He threw for 82 yards in 4 quarters.
I'm sorry, but that math don't math. When you're supposed to be the best quarterback in the NFL.
He's the highest paid quarterback.
Yeah, that.
He wanted that because everybody's hyping him up in Cincinnati. Everybody in Cincinnati's telling him that he's better than Patrick Mahomes. Oh, I'm sorry. Newsflash. Orlando Brown, the dude we had, trash. Burrow had those problems because Orlando Brown wanted to try his fit somewhere else because he got a Super Bowl ring now. Okay, you young whippersnapper, you go up there with your confidence and get your face beat the fuck in. Because the Chiefs knew you was a problem. And we took you from another team because we saw potential. Then you let money get to your brain cells, and for whatever reason, potential was not even something you could spell. Now you go to the Bengals, hyped up. Everybody hyped. You won Super Bowl. You protected Patrick Mahomes. What's up? Then got out there and how many times did he get sacked? Let's look this up. He got sacked. He only got sacked twice, but he only had 82 yards. That means the defensive pressures that the Cleveland Browns had to be a lottery number. It had to be a lottery number. Who else was going on? We're going to do this week 1 real quick. We know the Ravens was going to come out, but let's talk about the Jets football field first. Now, for those that don't know, Jets football field is AstroTurf. Yep. It's artificial turf. I mean, not AstroTurf. I'm sorry. AstroTurf is back in the days. It's artificial turf, which means it's synthetic plastic ass grass. That's all it is. Yep. It's plastic. It retains heat. It's a piece of shit. Why do people play on it? Because it's low maintenance. Right. Football players don't like playing on it because they get fucked up on it.
Yeah. It jacks them up.
ACL injuries and everything else. So Rodgers goes to the Jets, has great weapons,
4th play,
has the opportunity to solidify his legacy on another team for the first time in his career. 4th play of the game, he tears his Achilles. Yep. Now, there have been players previous to this that have gotten injuries on that field. Are they going to do something about it? Probably not. They probably will now because it was Rodgers that got hurt. You know, everybody else, it wasn't a big name. It was like, that's onesie twosie. No, this is 4 plays into his first game as a New York Jet.
Yeah, he's done for the season.
Absolutely done.
And there was comments saying that he may be done for real, and retire.
All I know is Zach Wilson.
Might be a contender?
No, fuck no. No, fuck no. I say that with confidence. I don't care who comes for me. No. How the fuck are you happy about having a quarterback that potentially can throw more interceptions than touchdowns with the weapons you have on your team? And then there was rumors that they reached out to veterans, and then Coach Slay came out and said, Zach Wilson's our quarterback. Help me understand this. If he's your quarterback, why did rumors come out saying that the Jets was talking to veterans like Tom Brady? You think Tom Brady want to play on turf?
No.
At his age?
No.
His nuts will fall the fuck out. Why would he want to go back to potentially having to play the Patriots twice against his old coach? Possibly. The fuck? Get out of here. No, that don't make no sense to me. Like none. Like absolutely none. That's it, y'all. I'm done. I'm done. I'm quite finished. I know I'm crazy. I'm gonna be all right though. So
His meds are getting restocked.
yeah, for somebody else's prescription, not mine. So with that, yo, what you got for the people before we get up out of here?
You know, the only thing I have is, thanks for always sharing, liking, supporting, loving, wanting to, participate in the discussion that, while we're live. We truly appreciate it. And, take care of yourself. Take care of your family. One love. I'm out.
So, where's my shit? Get your shit together, Mr. Sanders. Thank you. Anyway, with that being said, y'all, that's what I said. I ain't got too much to say. We be back live on Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Y'all want merch? Make sure y'all go to That's What I Said merch at Printify. Go to my That's What I Said page, and the link is there on the That's What I Said page. Go to that'swhatissaid.com, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and listen to all the podcasts that you may have not heard or really like and want to hear again. Peace and love to y'all. We out of here. We'll be seeing y'all on Saturday. Peace.
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders.
Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filters. This broadcast starts now. Thanks for listening to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Make sure to like and subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode.
Bitch, what?